morning, my good and faithful squires. Welcome back to the quest for life. The saga continues in Chapter 2. Previously in the saga, we left off in the last place where people settle. Hi, my name's Alexis. It's so good to meet you. I've just arrived here. Well, I've been exploring for a little while. There's some wild stuff going on around here. Come on, I'll show you around. There were small towns to the east, and as far as the eye could see to the north, you could see a million different pyramids that were not quite built. The further upriver that we explored, the more built out the pyramids were, the taller they were, the stronger they were. I'm like, hey, do you see those just ahead? So we've been wandering for a little while, you know? And you're like, yeah, why are those the only two pyramids that are built? I'm like, that's a really good question. That's what I've been wondering. All these people working on all these pyramids, most of them only 2 stories high. Some of them appearing abandoned. I've never seen anything like this. Hey, I'm getting kind of hungry. We should go back and see if we can find something to eat and maybe talk to the townspeople about what is going on here. It took all day to get back to the main settlement. Just outside this peculiar land with unfinished pyramids, exhausted, we stumbled into town. And we were stopped by a man, his wife, and his eldest daughter. They invited us to eat dinner with them. Come, we're having fish tonight. Esmeralda's favorite. I love fish too, I said to his eldest daughter. No, the pig, my darling. While they were serving us up the most delicious smelling fish I ever smelled in my life, we asked him about the land and what is going on here. I was like, what's with all the unbuilt pyramids and what are they for? Well, I'm sure you're on the quest. The quest for the treasure? Well, yes. Well, it's not that simple. You need a map. And in order to get a map, you need to build yourself a pyramid. They say build the pyramid, and we will give you the map that will lead you directly to the treasure. So for your chance at the treasure, you will need a plot of land. If you were lucky enough to get here first, to be one of the founders of this, the holder of the map, the beginning of Denial River, which we live by, and it sustains us, it transports us, then you would have gotten the best plot of land, near the source of all the bricks, for then it wouldn't cost you that much. But as time has gone on, the plots closest filled up. Only the rich can afford a plot at the mouth of the river. But the further away you get from the source, the cheaper the land gets. However, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. However, if you are at the end of the river, the price of supplies are much too much. So you see there's a difficulty here. The poorest of families that have come here in search for treasure could only afford a small plot at the end of the river. Generations and generations toiling and toiling to be able to afford each and every brick, and have to travel long distances to be able to get closer to the source. Some have given up and left the last place where people settle, the only place that could possibly get you to the treasure. And they head for the wide gate at the beginning of the river. Many people are intimidated by the ways at the mouth of the river. At the end of Denial, the paths are unknown. But see, yes, I have gone. I've gone the way of the wide gate. It is unguarded. See, you can leave at any time, but you lose your chance at the treasure, which is the meaning of life, isn't it? After all? But if you're not building your pyramid on your plot, then you must leave. He hands the map to us. Here, I want you to have this. You'll see that the wide gate only leads to the land that I found to be called No One Questions. So we're looking at this map and we see, okay, that one goes to the land of no questions. I mean, that's where we came from. That's just looping right back around. Nice. And he's saying that this is it. It's either this or we go back to where we came from and it'll just loop right back around again. We're going to keep looking for the treasure, not knowing exactly what direction to take. But then you're like, whoa, hang on a second. What's this here on the map? You've drawn a door in the gate. That narrow gate? No. Even if you could leave the red boundary, there's nothing out there. Nobody settled out there. Why, there's no water. There's 11 days' journey, I hear, of just pure sand and heat. And besides, that door will lead you straight into a ginormous whirlpool. I mean, after all, that is why we need a map. We can't just go out there, wandering around, looking aimlessly for it. We would surely meet our end. We finished eating and thanked the guy for the map and for the food and for the hospitality, but needed to head off to set up camp. We lay there just half poked outside of our tents and looking at the sky. It was just wild because these pyramids had these giant laser beams shooting up from the top of them, lighting up the whole sky. And not too far off in the distance was the sound of music, of timbrels and a lyre. Not quite sure how to say it. Lyre, and horned instruments. We looked at each other. We didn't need to say anything. We knew we had to head to the mouth of the river, to the end of Denial, where the source is, where the wide gate is, and where the narrow gate is. Because sizing up the situation, personally, I don't want to buy a plot of land here and do this for the situation. Okay. I don't want to stay in the last place where people settle. So we shut our eyes for the night, knowing a journey was awaiting us in the morning. A journey of epic proportions. Because honestly, I don't want to be one of the freest slaves known to Earth.